I am Dr. Marie-Claire Baptiste, a historian and proud descendant of Haiti's revolutionaries. Too long ago, on the island of Saint-Domingue, what we now call Haiti, a storm of fire and courage rose against slavery. The sugar plantations burned under the sun and the whip. Enslaved men, women, and children labored under cruel masters, dreaming of freedom that seemed forever out of reach. But in the shadows of the mountains, a whisper grew louder. Freedom or death. Among the first to turn whisper into war was Dutty Boukman, a maroon and a spiritual leader. Boukman was more than just a man. He was a symbol of resistance, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. One August night in 1791, under the cover of darkness, he led a secret voodoo ceremony at Bois Cayman. Imagine the scene. The flicker of torchlight, the beat of drums, the air thick with anticipation and the scent of rain.
The God who created the sun which gives us light, who rouses the waves and rules the storm, though hidden in the clouds, he watches us. He sees all that the white man does. The God of the white man inspires him with crime, but our God calls upon us to do good works. Our God who is good to us orders us to revenge our wrongs. He will direct our arms and aid us. Throw away the symbol of the God of the whites who has so often caused us to weep, and listen to the voice of liberty which speaks in the hearts of us all.
His voice roared like thunder as he called upon the spirits for strength. That night, the enslaved people rose up, burning plantations and cutting the chains of bondage. The revolution had begun. The flame of freedom, once a mere spark, now blazed across the land. Boukman fell in battle soon after, but the fire he lit spread. Then came Toussaint Louverture, a man whose name would be etched in the annals of history. Toussaint, a former slave who rose with brilliant strategy and unmatched intelligence. He could read the enemy like a book and negotiate like a diplomat. Toussaint led with discipline, transforming former slaves into a powerful army. Under his leadership, the revolution gained momentum. The French forces, once thought invincible, began to falter. By 1801, he had taken control of most of the colony and abolished slavery. But freedom had enemies. Napoleon Bonaparte, ruler of France, saw the success of the revolution as a threat to his empire. Napoleon sent thousands of soldiers to crush the revolution, determined to reinstate slavery in French control. Toussaint was betrayed and died in a cold French prison. But even behind bars, he left behind a warning.
1. In overthrowing me, you have cut down in Saint-Domingue only the trunk of the tree of liberty. It will spring up again by the roots, for they are numerous and deep.
And it did. Out of the ashes rose Jean-Jacques Dessalines, a warrior whose fury was unmatched. Dessalines was born into slavery, his body bearing the scars of the lash. But his spirit remained unbroken. Where Toussaint was a general, Dessalines was a storm. He led the final battles, his courage inspiring thousands to fight on. On November 18, 1803, the decisive Battle of Vertières was fought. Dessalines led the charge, his voice rising above the din of battle.
For our freedom, we must be ready to die not once but 1,000 times.
And with that battle, the last European troops were driven from Haitian soil. On January 1, 1804, Dessalines declared Haiti's independence. The impossible had been achieved. Haiti became the first black republic in the world and the only successful slave revolt in history. But the story doesn't end there. Haiti's struggle for true freedom and equality continued long after independence. Yet through it all, the spirit of Boukman, Toussaint, and Dessalines lived on in the hearts of the Haitian people. The Haitian Revolution changed the world. It challenged the very foundations of slavery and colonialism. So the next time you hear about Haiti, remember this story. Remember the bravery, the resilience, the triumph against all odds. For in the story of Haiti, we find a universal truth, that the human spirit, when united in the cause of freedom, is truly unconquerable.